I didn't realize that we were actually possibly going to be able to get a home, that my wife is tremendously good with finances and everything like that. I was not for a long time. I'm better now, but I could definitely tell, my wife could tell that she was going to need to do some of the heavy lifting. Like we hadn't been dating for too long, and then I got laid off. And I said to her, I was like, hey, sweetheart, don't worry. I've been poor before. It's totally not that bad. One of those phrases that when you hear the final word leave your mouth, you're like, that wasn't right. That's not what you wanted to hear. Because I always thought that I would be better at money. I think I'm a fairly smart dude. I remember early on when I was young, finding out what my IQ was, and then somebody else said to me, it's like, hey, don't get bogged down in just one number. One number doesn't dictate how smart you are. Or how good you are at one thing. And then I learned what a credit score was. And I learned that's just one number that really does dictate how smart you are at one thing. And if you haven't been paying attention, it's too late already. I feel better about money stuff now. I feel like I'm a little bit more put together. I once dated a girl that was almost too good with money things at the time for me. She was the actual branch manager of a bank. So she would come home with financial problems. She'd be like, there's so many people out there overdrawn. I'd have to be like, it's my people, actually, that you're talking about. I didn't know anything about finance, so even on like our first dates, like she would be telling me about her day and using all kinds of banking terms, APR, HELOC loans, refinancing, and I had to finally stop her and be like, hold on a second, I gotta ask you one question, and I'm sure you probably get this all the time, but do you get a deal on money? How does that work? Do you... So like a secret Jamba Juice menu that you ask for and they give you an extra 20, or is it... Did they give you a bag of the day-old money they were going to throw away? How does that... She said to me, you know what your problem is? You don't make a budget. You should make a budget for yourself every month. I was like, I don't need to make a budget, sweetie. It's gone every month. That's not a problem. It's not like I can't spend it. It's just gone. And, right? It's not like I have a bunch left over. I don't know where to invest or anything. And just buy candy online. But I did do that. I did just buy candy online and had it delivered, which I swear I could see like the 6-year-old version of myself be like, nice. So I also realized at some point I didn't need to have a lot of money. I just needed to have enough money so that when I went to Subway and they asked for my debit card, my buttocks wouldn't tighten up quite so much. Like that was my goal. Because honestly, it's kind of a shady sort of point when it gets to that. Your food's already ready by the time they ask for the payment. So that can be kind of awkward if you're not able to kind of produce anything else. All I carry was just like cash, debit card, credit card chip sailed a long time ago. So this is kind of what I did come up with one idea. If your debit card is ever declined at a Subway, just pretend you are going through a really messy breakup. Right? So then when they're like, all right, that'll be $7.48, you have your debit card and they swipe it. Like, okay, well, you know, that's actually not going through. They'd be like, oh, really? Unbelievable. Pull out your phone. Really, Karen? My debit card? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. And then walk out. It's very awkward. They won't ask any more questions, but you do need to find a new Subway. But they're everywhere, so that's not bad. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed telling it. Make sure to download the official Dry Bar Comedy app and use my name, Drew Barth, when you sign up. And I'll get a thumbs up and a lollipop and a couple of hats. Is that right? I get hats? I think I get hats. Something. Drew Barth when you sign up.